The word salad. Welcome to today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. I am Coach Tobias Forst, founder of ACHILLES, decade-long recipient of narcissistic abuse, and I've saved myself from it. And I accompany you on your journey to your personal freedom. Imagine the following situation. You in verbal interaction with a narcissist make a statement that is based on facts and reality. What a concept. And the narcissist has no further recourse to answer you on the fact level, but they have to change arena from fact to emotion. And this they will do in a very passive-aggressive and attempted manipulating way. So what are the reactions? The reactions of the narcissist to your factual, reality-based statement usually happen in a sequence of 6 steps. These 6 steps are the following. First of all, there will be outrage about your statement, regardless of how fact-based your statement was. You might hear words along the lines of, well, I don't really care much about studies. Well, your narcissistic darling opposite of you must realize at some point that reality doesn't give jack shit about feelings. That was level 1. Level 2, if you think like this, you, ladies and gentlemen, of course, then 3, you must be of the opinion that number 4, XYZ is also appropriate. And that, number 5, makes you, ladies and gentlemen, ABC. And number 6, that makes it clear that you have no clue what you're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You're full of crap. So this system, it will be filled with very different examples. We will go through one particular example at the end of the video. But this is basically the outline in 6 simple steps where they show you what actually happened. What actually happened here was your factual statement did not cause the narcissist in your life in any way to accept it for the fact that it is, nor for them to take responsibility for that. Instead, what also happened is they will try to create sort of verbal campfires all over the place, none of which have anything at all to do with what your factual statement in the beginning truly was. What's the goal behind it? It is not that the narcissist that talks to you is confused in any way. What their goal is, it's twofold. The first one is to actually sow maximum confusion in your mind, because you talked about A, and all of a sudden you have to deal with B, C, D, E, and F, apparently, because they bring it all forth for you to no longer see the forest for the trees. Number 2, regarding the goal behind the word salad, is to force you, or attempt to force you, into, let's call it, correction and justification mode. Because when you hear B and you feel the need to correct them because B is obviously false, C is not the topic, D is neither the topic nor is it correct, and so on and so forth. So to verbally push into your corner and basically steer your behavior and ultimately make you forget what the topic was that you brought forth, your factual statement in the beginning. So what can you do about it, ladies and gentlemen? There are 2 strategies that I can recommend for different circumstances. Number 1, reactive verbal pressure toward the narcissist. You bite your tongue, listen to all the bogus, have them spew out everything they deem vital for you to hear right now. And you wait them out, and then you say something along the lines of, wow, those 60 seconds were filled with a lot of bullshit. And all of those aspects have nothing to do with the topic we were just discussing. So I'll repeat. And then you repeat your factual statement from the beginning. This strategy works less or more in different circumstances. Which are these? It works less effectively, much less effectively, when you are in a one-on-one situation with your narcissist, because you will not be able to convince them. They will very likely, again, upon your repetition, not stay on topic. However, there's a different setting where I highly recommend using the verbal counter pressure. With your knowledge at this point that you still won't be able to convince the narcissist that just uttered the word salad. It is a setting where you actually have an audience. Usually, they, the narcissist, try to confuse you, and you, with the example above, unmask them. You make it clear to everyone else what really just happened right now. That there was word salad and what the goal was and why it has nothing to do with the topic nor with a normal, healthy and sane human interaction. Strategy number two. You can answer along the lines of, I see that you're having difficulty staying on topic, and I won't burden your verbal creativity any longer. And then you leave, ladies and gentlemen. This is the strategy that I recommend for one-on-one interactions. Because you make it clear that you heard them, you don't care about any of those unrelated aspects that they try to throw in your face, and you set the boundary that you do not any longer engage about this topic or the pseudo-topics thereafter. Now a real-life example. I will put you, ladies and gentlemen, into the role of the sane, the normal person. And the narcissist is, of course, my favorite narcissist, Jeff. So you, ladies and gentlemen, are in a... This really happened, but I'm not divulging as to who it was about, who was the sane person in that example. Let's pick you as you're the interim CEO of a small business. That small business was founded about 10-ish years ago. And Jeff was the founder and longtime CEO of the company. He had exited some time ago, and you offered yourself, you offered to help the company out as an interim CEO to enable the company to keep on functioning, working, earning money until a new more permanent CEO will have been found. And Jeff, in his grandiose benevolence, offered to assist you as a mentor should you have any questions. And questions you shall have, ladies and gentlemen. Because you've been working there for a week at this point in this company in your role as the interim CEO. And you ask Jeff to come by because you have two very important questions. So Jeff comes and he's feeling good and he feels needed and validated because you need him to be there, ask his advice. So that you do. Your question is the following. Jeff, listen. I see 3 columns of this company, column 1 is established and working, column 2 is established and working, column 3 I don't see in the system at all. Question number 1, why is that the case? And number 2, how do you recommend we establish the third column as quickly as possible in order to monetize it? All of a sudden, Jeff, sitting opposite of you, the benevolent mentor, starts to wriggle and writhe and not answer your 2 questions, which are very simple, in fact. So he spews out word salad and opens up 2 new topics. The first one is liability for something completely, of course, unrelated. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to be, that's the sword of Damocles over your head, if you don't see it and feel it right now. So there it is. Liability, ladies and gentlemen, for you as your role, in your role as interim CEO, you need to be very careful with this and that, because liability. And second, ladies and gentlemen, once column 3 is established, you can earn so much money. Wow, it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it. Then you sit there at this point in time. Let's assume you have no concept of narcissism and word salad yet. So you're a bit confused, but stable enough. True story. I kid you not. But stable enough to realize your questions haven't been answered. So you go for a round 2. Okay, Jeff, thank you. I have 2 more questions. I see column 1 established and working, column 2 established and working, column 3 is not yet established and consequently not working. My 2 questions are the following. Why is that the case? And 2, how can we establish column 3 as quickly as possible in order to monetize it? Rinse and repeat, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff starts to wriggle and writhe, not answer your questions the second time over, talking about liability in different areas, and you need to be very careful because reasons. And non-answer number 2, I should say, that once column 3 is established and running, you can earn so much money with it. And then you thank Jeff again and think you want to have some fun right now because this is beyond absurd and you want to see how a third repetition goes. And I kid you not, you start all over and elaborate on the columns, ask the 2 questions, and receive the 2 same non-answers while perceiving a visibly uncomfortable Jeff mumbling and bumbling word salad. Then you thank him and you realize that the person you just talked to is a true and utter social moron. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot help them, but that does not put the duty on you to waste your precious time on narcissists. Be your own hero and be your own heroine. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.